What is up, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Wild Game Wednesdays. Today, we're going to be taking this whitetail backstrap right here and turning it into something absolutely delicious. So y'all stick with me, stay tuned, and let's hop in the kitchen and see what we end up with. So today, we're making a stuffed backstrap. So some of the ingredients you're going to need for that are, as you see right here, some cream cheese, a couple shallots, a couple jalapenos, and then a seasoning mixture of thyme, rosemary, and salt. Now, another key ingredient you're going to want is some roasted garlic. So to roast garlic, all you got to do is take it, chop off the top, add a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt, and then wrap it up in foil and put it in the oven at 400 degrees for around 30 minutes. So after 30 minutes, I took it out of the oven, unwrapped the foil, and this is what we were left with: a beautiful roasted head of garlic. Now all you have to do to get the cloves of garlic out is just to go ahead and squeeze the whole thing. If it was cooked properly for the right amount of time, they should just come right out as you're seeing right here. The next thing I added was the cream cheese, and obviously depending on the size of the backstrap you're stuffing, you'll probably need a little bit more or a little bit less. For me, about half a pack was perfect. After I added the cream cheese, I went in with the fresh produce, and that was the diced up shallots and the diced up jalapeno. I started by only adding half of each, but in the end, I decided to just add all of it. After the produce, I went in with the seasonings, which, like I said, was thyme, rosemary, and some salt. The next step is to stir it up really well until everything is thoroughly mixed. This is what it should look like. Now that we have our mixture made, it's time to move on to the meat. So I started by taking my backstrap and just filleting it in half. The goal here is to make a pocket to put the stuffing in. After we have our backstrap butterflied open, it should look something like this. Just make sure you don't go all the way through. And now for the fun part, and that is to add our stuffing mixture. You want to make sure that you add a lot because some of it does tend to come out. As you cook it, that cream cheese melts and it will begin to ooze out the sides, so you will lose some in the end. The next thing to do before we bacon wrap it is to season it up. I just use a general salt and pepper blend here. You can use whatever seasoning you like. And now that that's done, the final step before throwing it in the oven is to bacon wrap it. So we laid it on our bacon. It only took about 4 strips for my piece of backstrap. So I started wrapping it up and skewering it with toothpicks so the bacon wouldn't come off. As you cook it, that bacon will shrink. And if you don't have a toothpick in it, it will fall off. And once you have your backstrap wrapped, it should look something like this. I oiled up a little pan, transferred the backstrap over to it, and then went ahead and threw it in the oven at 375 degrees for 12 minutes. Now, it did end up taking longer than this. It actually took an additional 8 minutes for that bacon to get how I wanted it to. So just know, if you're doing this at home, it's probably gonna take a little longer. And here we are 20 minutes later from start to finish. I took it out of the pan, laid it on my cutting board, and now is the hardest part, which is resisting to cut it and letting it rest. Give it at least 5 to 10 minutes, and then you're ready to go. After letting it rest, here we are with the big reveal. I made my first cut, and I was super happy with how it turned out. I was a little worried it would be overcooked because I ended up going extra time to let that bacon get crispy, but it was a perfect medium rare. Y'all check this out. The very last thing I did before taking a bite was transfer it over to a plate because, as y'all know, presentation is key. Here's how it looks. Enjoy the B-roll. Well, as y'all can see, every single piece of backstrap is gone off that plate. That was absolutely delicious, and it was actually my first time making that, and it turned out great. So I hope that y'all got a good recipe out of this, that y'all can try it for yourself. I thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Let me know some recipes that you'd like to see me try. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. If you are, like always, thank you guys so very much. That's all I have for today. Until next time, peace.